Hello everyone. So this is a tutorial on how to essentially when making a like a static mesh, when you're adding the materials, how to make it look like this and not like stretched looking. And I can give you an example of what that looks like. So in a lot of the tutorials I see online, they usually recommend to click this icon here, and you're going to go down to shapes and then click and drag a cube. And then a lot of times with these tutorials, they will tell you to use the scale objects tool here and just, use that to adjust what shape you want your static mesh to be. And then you would add the materials afterwards. But this is the issue I was coming up with. As you can see, it looks really odd, not what is the goal of mine to have. So yeah, it definitely looks stretched, not usable. And it actually took me a while to figure out a fix. And with the fix, I even noticed that on each side of the shape, you can change the material it is. So yeah, it's very useful, and I was surprised I couldn't find any videos on YouTube about it. And I'm a visual learner, so with the forums I had to go through, it took me a while to figure out how to get this to work. So enough talking about that, and I'll show you how to get started. So under the same tab, you're going to click this and go down to Place Anchors panel. Once clicked, there's going to be these little tabs here. You're going to click Geometry. Looks like two boxes combined with each other. And then you're going to click and drag this box. So already looks really good. And this is another step I was missing. So I'm like, okay, great. Let me scale this. Uh-oh. Doesn't look right. So we're gonna Control Z that. So for the transform, so under details, the details section here, usually under your outliner. For transform, location and rotation, from my experience so far, haven't any issues with using those. The scale section, I honestly would recommend you just ignore that for now. I mean, there's certain circumstances where you would use this. I haven't found any yet because I'm really a beginner. And that was my troubles. I was using this to change the scale of my cube, and it just wasn't working. So if you look below, you're going to see brush settings, and this is where you're actually going to make the changes. I even heard, you know, people say to make sure that these are whole numbers. I'm just going to show you what they look like sliding them. So when you slide it this way on the X, it makes it a little wider. And as you can see, we're not getting that stretching odd effect we were getting earlier. We can make it thin, taller, shorter. And I do want you to see this. So let's say for the top here, I wanted this brick color. You're just going to click and drag on the face that you want to change. And you can do the same for this side. See, it's like more of a gray, and this is more of like a traditional brick color. So this is really fun to play around with. And I actually got a lot of recommendations in forums that I've seen where you actually would want to do the basics. So, just keep that gray, like, I don't know, just keep it like any default, material it is. And you just kind of want to do the layout of your area first, like the most basic level setup, and then add the materials afterwards. And it's just a lot easier for people who just want to get every detail done. Getting the layout done first is really important, and a lot of people recommend to use this I not seen a lot of people in forums recommend the shapes, place anchors. So I do recommend to go to here to do it. I just have the least trouble with it. But yeah, thank you for watching.